out right now because I can't sleep. My thoughts are constantly going on in my head, and I'm not tired right now. After reading an article on loss of self-identity, I went to another link on Google, and the title is R Drive Personality Trait Descriptions, and it has a few descriptions that I can relate to, and they're not good. The first one is narcissism. I definitely think I'm narcissistic. What it says about narcissism is it's a strong need for power, desire to accumulate lots of wealth and property. Winning is very important. Image is very important. Finds popularity rewarding, needs to get their way. Fame, prestige would make them happy. Desires notoriety, cares about recognition, addicted to attention, would not be happy if they were poor. Jam. Greatly values physical attractiveness, superficial, concerned about social attractiveness, more external than internal. Focuses more on being liked, being attractive, than what they like and what they find attractive. Would rather fit in than be by themselves. Values their own happiness and success over others. Thinks they deserve a better life than others. Has a big ego. Self-esteem is based on how attractive others think they are. Sets high standards for self and others. Likes expensive things. Controlling, ostentatious, which is showy. Likes to brag. Seeks out positions of leadership, which I don't think I've ever done, but worries about what people think of them. Competitive, divisive, puts a lot of effort into how they dress and look. It would hate to be considered odd or strange, which I consider myself to be. So I'm definitely narcissistic. I then went to hedonism, and it says, for a hedonist, more likely to be a drinker, more likely to be a smoker. I've done both. More likely to be friends with drinkers and or smokers. Addictive tendencies. I am addicted to smoking weed. I've been addicted to drinking. I'm addicted to shopping. Breaks the rules. Goes on binges. Impulsive. More likely to be an atheist. Enjoys being reckless. The atheist part scares me the most because sometimes I do want to be a good Christian and I want to have that relationship with God, but then I have these very weird, disturbing thoughts, and I try to make them go away because I know I'm not an evil person, and I don't really believe those things. Enjoys being reckless, very sexual, likes being naked. I don't know about that, but I'm very sexual. I'm definitely reckless. Rebels against authority, not a fan of rules, enjoys duping and deceiving people. I lie a lot, and I lie until I can get away with it. Tends to spend more money than they have. I'm in debt. Expresses their affection physically. A lot of times, in the past, I've used sex to express how I feel. I thought it was the right way. Likes losing themselves in things. Safety is not particularly important to them. Likes to rebel for the sake of rebellion. Prone to excess. Believes that sometimes vengeance is necessary. A lot of times I do feel like somebody deserves what's coming to them, and I want them to experience the pain they've caused me and or the unfairness that I feel. And a lot of times in the past I've taken matters into my own hands to try and see if they can feel how I feel, which is stupid. Does not like to be viewed as proper or conventional. Depends on which group I'm with. If growing up, if I was ever around a group of black kids, being proper was something I got made fun of. The way I talk it's not black enough. It's white. Just things like that. But if I'm with a group of white kids, it's even worse. Because normally white people, come from money, and the ones that I went to school with, majority of them came from money. Even in college, majority of the white people that I was around came from money. And I remember I got called unclassy one time, and it was because of the way I was dressed, no, it wasn't because of that, it was because I didn't start off with a smaller plate. I guess like the appetizer plates at a luncheon, and I went straight for the big plate first. Like, maybe I didn't want a salad that day, but society says that if I don't go and, do like everybody else, then I'm not proper. Not a team player, more likely to support drug legalization, which I definitely am in full support for that. More likely to cheat in a relationship, more likely to have or want to get a tattoo. And I definitely have a lot of tattoos that are meaningless, and I've tried thinking of meanings, deep, hippie meanings, so that I don't feel so stupid about getting them. As far as drug legalization, of course I smoke pot, so there's no question that I want it to be legalized. And I do think that it should be legalized, because it does really help people. But I also, when I think about myself, and when that narcissistic side comes out, I think about the fact that I don't want to get in trouble driving around with my weed in my car. If I get pulled over, it's a wrap, and I can get pulled over for anything at this point. I haven't gotten pulled over yet, but, sometimes I just have bad luck. So then I started looking up narcissistic, hedonistic personality. One word that came up is psychopath. And that's a negative word. If you're a psychopath, you just have no emotion at all about anything. And psychopaths usually, don't have positive stories linked to them. They have stories about murder. It's never anything positive. So of course I don't like that word. And so I'm very scared because, wow, I just stumbled upon another post, and it says narcissism, psychopathy, and evil. I'm really nervous about what's on here. But I'm going to read it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and I want you to give me your feedback.